That was the monstrous Felix Pastorius. Yes, Pastorius. We were with Felix over in the studio in New York, and what you'll notice about Felix's playing is that he's got specific right-hand technique that I'm going to show you today that gives him the ability to shred, to play super, super fast. That day was even cooler because we had the phenomenal Mike Bendy playing with us. Yep, you got it. He uses the same right hand technique. We were lucky enough to not only film a course with Felix and Mike that day, but we also filmed a ton of exclusive performance footage with the Hipster Assassins. They are just phenomenal in every single way. Now, the first time I discovered this picking technique is actually when I was trying to get down some Anthony Jackson runs. I was trying to figure out some stuff that he'd been doing with the Michel Camilo Big Band. Check this out if you haven't already. And when I was trying to get those lines down, there was just one technique that I could use that really gave me the ability to get them down to that kind of speed, and it is that technique that I'm going to be showing you today. Now, the interesting thing, because when I worked out all this stuff, there was no YouTube, I couldn't do that, and now looking at Anthony Jackson on YouTube, he was using the same technique. Same as Felix Pastorius, same as Mike Bendy, same as Richard Bona, the same as Hadrien Feraud, same as so many awesome bass players. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into this technique so I can show you how you can get 3 notes for the price of 2. Now, you may have heard guitar players talking about their picking. Guitar players love to do this, right? I love my sweet picking, I love my hybrid picking, I love my economy picking, I love my whatever picking, chicken picking. They've even got chicken picking. What I'm doing here and what all of those guys are doing that I've mentioned before is essentially using economy picking, but for bass. Now, you may have heard me call this technique raking before, especially if you are a member of scotsbasslessons.com, because I've done an entire course all focused on technique and how to get this into your playing. But in a nutshell, it is just like economy picking for guitar players, but we're doing it with our hands. Now, the gag here is that we can only use this technique when descending. What I want you to do is look at this hand here, this little... Now, when I'm descending, what you'll see is that I start using the index while I'm crossing the strings, okay? So instead of using alternate picking where I'm playing index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, all the way down, what I'm doing is playing index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index, getting 2 notes with my index finger for the price of 1. Now, you may be thinking, oh, I already do that. Let me stop you right there, because I used to be one of you guys that thought, oh yeah, I do that sometimes. It's not about doing it sometimes. It's about building this technique into your playing so that every time you cross a string, you are using this economy motion, okay, with the index finger. Now you can do it with the middle finger, and somebody does do that. In fact, Hadrien Feraud does it. I'm going to show you a clip of Hadrien doing it. But let's get back to getting this in your playing first of all, okay? We're going to focus on the index finger. Now what I want you to do is take a C major scale, okay, starting on the first finger of the E string, and we're going to play 3 notes per string, okay? Now when you get up to that C here, you're going to play a D and then an E. Bit of a buzzy one there for me. All I want you to do is descend, okay, and out loud I want you to say this: index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index. And when you're doing this, I want you to be looking at this hand, because this hand generally doesn't behave itself. And guys, this is the engine. This is one of the most important parts of our bass playing. We're all focused on this, scales, arpeggios, grooves. It's this hand as well. This is the engine. This is the steering wheel, right? This takes us on the journey. This drives the car. So once you've got that movement happening, then all you need to do is start looping this descending pattern round and round and round and round, and cranking up the speed, cranking up the speed, cranking up the speed. I should say before we go any further, if you want the tab and notation for this lesson so you can see exactly which finger is hitting which string, all you need to do is click the link below this video. It will take you through to another page, put your email in there, and we'll send it directly to your inbox. 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 2, 3, 4. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you want to push this to the next level, what you're going to need to do is start incorporating the other finger in it, okay? So we've been raking with our index finger. What we should really be aiming for is raking with both. And somebody that does a really, really fantastic job of this is Hadrien Feraud. In fact, he's one of the only guys that I've seen utilizing this raking technique, this economy picking technique, on both fingers. Check this out. Now it just so happens that I've got a badass exercise for you guys that's going to help you get both fingers into the game, okay? Now it's based off the same pattern, so we're just going to take the C major scale. Okay, C major scale. Now all I want you to do is descend as you did before using the index finger. Index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index, index, middle, index. When you hit that C on the E string, right, I want you to ascend back up the scale, but you need to make sure that you use alternate fingers on this hand. So it would go like this, okay? Index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. Now when you hit that top note, okay, on the G string, if you follow the correct fingering, you're going to be on the middle finger. Make sure you download the PDF, guys. This is all detailed in there, okay? Link below. When you get to that G string, you're going to hit it with your middle finger. When you hit it with your middle finger, you rake back down with that middle finger, okay? So it does this. Okay? See what's happening there with the middle finger? Then we start raking all the way down with the middle finger. If you follow the pattern correctly, every time you descend, you're going to be using the index finger first, then the middle finger, then the index finger, then the middle finger. This is a really fantastic exercise for building this up, this movement, this economy picking movement with both fingers. As I said earlier, I've put a PDF together for you guys so you can check all of this out in detail and you can see which fingers I'm using there. If you want to get that PDF, all you need to do is click the link below. Now, if you want to go any further with this whole technique thing, I urge you to check out the technique course over at scottsbasslessons.com. It is every exercise I ever used to get my playing where it is today, all packaged up in one course for you guys To get access to the course, all you need to do is grab your 14-day free trial over at scottsbaselessons.com, and you'll get access to the technique course, but also like nearly 40 or over 40 other courses ranging from, well, everything in there. And we've got, you know, this crazy faculty teaching for us as well. It's the ultimate online bass school for bass players such as yourself, so you can study with the best bass players in the world from the comfort of your own home. Other than that, guys, remember to subscribe to the channel so every time I upload a video like this you get notified, and remember to switch your notifications on. Now take it easy, I'll see you in the shed. Whoa, 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 where are you going? If you haven't subscribed to the Scott's Bass Lessons channel yet here on YouTube, click the link, subscribe. I release 2 videos like this every single week. You can also check out our other videos over there, and if you've not checked out scottsbaselessons.com membership, check it out. You can grab your 14-day free trial over there.